Okay, so today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the virtual classroom. There will be no assignments on here. It will simply be just announcements. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to get there. So if I'm going to the main screen where my classes are, it's going to be in your student's homeroom. So whether it's 305 or 306. So I'm going to go into 305 just for this particular purpose. I'm going to go into the classwork. And unfortunately, there is going to be a lot of assignments above it. I can't do much about that because I do plan for a week at a time, but it will always be at the bottom. So here's where it says Google Virtual Classroom. And when I open it up, it's going to bring me to my resource room. There's going to be no assignments here. This is simply a room to help you. Okay, so as you see, it says Reading Resource Classroom. So here is where you're going to have some reading resources, some writing resources, some word work resources. We're not going to get there just quite yet. The more things that you're going to want to see is over here. So here is some resources for the computer to help you. Here's our schedule. Here's some resources specifically for Middletown to help you, and announcements as we go. If something's new, I'll put it here, our word wall, and my personal classroom library. Okay, so let's just start here where it says our schedule. Well, everything is digital, so you just click it and it'll bring you where you need to go. So here's going to bring you to a Excel sheet. You just need to be careful as to which class you're in. So this is for the first week of 306. So if I'm in 306, I know that on Monday from 8 to 8:15, I'm eating pre-fuel. I'm having a relationship building time from 8:15 to 8:40. I'm in small groups if my teacher told me to, or I'm on my to-do list for the morning. Then I have special, and then I go back to the assignment that I was working on. And then I know that I just follow it down. After lunch, I know that I'm in math from 12:45 to 1:40. And then I have a little break, and then I go to ELA from 1:50 to 2:45. Okay. If I'm in 305, the schedule is similar. It's just a little bit different. So just make sure you look at the tabs on the bottom. So I'm still in relationship building time, but I'm with my homeroom teacher, McDermott, and I'm in small groups with Miss McDermott. So I haven't left her yet. She will tell me when I need to leave. And then I'm still with Miss McDermott from 12:45 to 1:40, but then I get a break and I switch to Miss Summer and I do math from 1:50 to 2:45. Again, the teachers are moving, not the kids. So it's just a reference for you so you know where to go. The first week is a little bit different since we don't know everybody yet. We don't have their levels, things like that. So we will not be in small groups. So that's why it says the first week. So the schedule is just a little bit different. But it's the same, but it's just we'll be doing more whole group. So I'm going to X out of that. And if I go back to my classroom, I would like to check out the computer resources because I'm struggling with my computer. So I don't really know what to do. So I'm going to hit the computer here. And here is where it's going to bring me to if I have a technical support. So if something is wrong with my computer, let's say my camera's not working anymore or the K fell out, I'm going to hit the technical support and it's going to bring me to where I can submit a help desk ticket. Well, right now it's saying it's down. However, it should say that we can help and you'll be able to submit a help desk ticket there. Here is if something is wrong with your digital content support. So here is like, let's say my Lexia is not working or Mayan or iExcel. Something's not working. I can click here and put in a digital help desk ticket. And here's where the other one should look like that. I'm sure they're just doing maintenance on it, but here's where you put your name and what your role is, your email address, and it tells you like, what are you struggling with? You fill it out and the district will get back to you. So I'm going to go back. Here is, if I hit this library card, it will bring me to the Middletown Library. It's different than my library, but this will bring you to Middletown Library, which has a lot more access, a lot of different books, things like that. If I come over here and Google, here is like my favorite spot because it has a lot in here to help you. So let's say I'm struggling with Google Classroom. we will show the kids how to do all of that. But as a parent, sometimes it's challenging. So let's say I'm struggling to complete an assignment. Here's a video that will show you how to complete it, how to upload it, all of that. Google Drive just gives you some information, some clear videos. Google Docs, I don't know how to use it. Well, let me watch a video and figure it out. Same thing for Google Slides. So it just gives you a little bit of support where you need it. And then as we get going, the logins, the codes, and the passwords, your kids should know them, but if they forget it, it's over here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my main screen here, and let's say here is my personal library. So I'm going to click here. It's going to bring me to my personal library. I'm just in the mood to listen to Each Kindness because I feel like having a book. It's not an assignment, it's not mandatory, but I just want to listen. I want a moment to have a book. So here is where it will bring you to a read aloud. All of these books on here are virtual read alouds. I will be doing read alouds, but they'll be different, and I may post whatever book it is that we have been working on that week. If I record it, I'll post it in here. But a lot of my teaching will be live teaching, so I may not record that. All right, so I'm going to come over here, and here is where this is really for you parents. So this is, I'm sorry. So here's the school. So it's the school resources. So let's say I have a kid in 3rd grade and I really have no idea when I'm coming to school. So here's the phasing calendar because it's challenging and it's tricky and everybody's confused about it. So here's a visual representation of when is my kid expected to be in school and when are they online. So let's say I have a kindergartner and a 3rd grader. Well, here's my kindergartner. So October 5th through 9th, my kindergartner is expected to be back in school, and they're teaching hybrid as well. So there's certain days that they're in school and they're also online. But my 3rd grader is all online until November 2nd through 6th. That's when they come back in. So while my kindergartner might be in school, my 3rd grader is not. So it's just a little visual representation to help you if you need it. This will bring you to the district website. I find that when I'm working with parents, the links are just easier for you versus the pictures. That's the only reason why it's not as fancy. So this will bring you to the main website where any sort of information, important messages, anything like that comes up, any new information. Okay, so as I move on, so if I click my book, this is going to bring me to the reading resources page. We don't have many links here yet because I post it as we go for the kids. It'll be anchor charts, it'll be videos to help them. Maybe I'll post student work that is exceptional and exemplar, things like that. If I have the writing, it'll bring me the same thing. So the only thing I put up so far is story elements and fiction because that's what we're going to be doing this week. But other than that, it's a work in progress. It'll be our resource room as we go. The word wall will bring you to a separate document. It's really just to help your students if they're asking you, how do I spell this? How do I spell this? How do I spell this? I always refer the kids to the word wall. Also, new vocabulary will be on the word wall to help them spell it. It's basically broken down A through Z. They go in, they check it out. If it's not there, then they can ask for help or they can look it up. But as you can see, there's a lot on here. It's basic sight words that they should know by 3rd grade. So the word wall, you can click on any letter. Let's say I want to spell the word brought. I'm going to go to B, and it'll bring me right to slide 3. Sorry, I have a lot of tabs up. I'm looking through. Oh, here we go, brought, B-R-O-U-G-H-T. Now I know how to spell it. I don't have to ask you. And it's all through the alphabet. Just a little resource for you. And that is pretty much it. Here's just the alphabet if you're struggling with their sounds. Just a little extra resource for you. You will be on present mode, so it will just so that kids can't accidentally take away the links. So it may, after a minute or so, move you to the next slide. You always want to go back to the first slide. The first slide will be the main hub where it will take you everywhere. But as you know, this is my reading page, the writing, your resources, my personal library, and then the Google accounts, online accounts, and computer support. But even if it moves you, you just want to go back to the first page. And as we go, it'll be a work in progress. I'll be continuing to post things on here to help support you. Okay. Any questions? Feel free to reach out on Class Dojo or email me.